The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 402 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Red Bicycle Series 1900 playing cards from Ellusionist. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. So here we can see that it's in the standard glossy finish tuck box here, and it has like a blue and red kind of colorway with that kind of like dirty off-white, kind of yellowish kind of tuck box, like background there. And you got the standard bicycle logo there in that red and blue. You got the big old vintage kind of spade there. Looks like the character on the front there in the blue and red. And then it says Series 1900 playing cards. One side says Classic Crushed Stock made in the USA. And it kind of looks like that kind of distressed kind of like style there where it's kind of worn away there. Kind of looks a little bit older. On the other side says the Illusionist Playing a Company. On the bottom, we got the barcode in blue, and then the text there with the corporate information there in red with a little recycling logo. And it says 2020, which these care in 2020, the United States Playing a Company, and made in the US. For the seal, it's a stamp style seal that kind of has like some stripes, some red, no blue, red and white stripes there, and it says 1900 there with a few stars. On the top, it says Riderback Series 1900. And if we open it up on the tuck flap, it's got some of that corporate information. In your tuck flaps, on one side you got the Illusionist logo, and the other side says Cool California. And if we take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box, just plain white, nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. And now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first start with a back design. So here we have, I think it might be a mirrored back design. Kind of looks like it. There, and it has the standard bicycle rider back design there in the red colorway there, and there's no standard white border there, but there is still a border there. So it's kind of the more like the stressed, a dirty look to it, where it kind of looks old there and it kind of crinkled a little bit there. And if you flip it over, I it's hard to tell, but I think it might be a slightly different design, so I don't think it's fully mirrored. Is the no, it's definitely not mirrored. No, I don't think no, it's definitely not a mirrored design. Similar, like the main part of the back design is mirrored, but like the rest of it, like, kind of like the edges aren't like fully mirrored there. There's like two different kind of shades on the top of this one there, and it's slightly like fully inked on the back design. So the edges could chip and peel a little bit, or chip, like the ink could like wear off a little bit here. And now for the cards you get with the deck, here we start with the first card here, and it's a little bicycle ad card here for the bicycle Black Ghost Legacy Edition. And then on the back, it just tells you where you can buy them, like the Illusionist Playing Card Company's website there, and stuff like that. And then we got a double backer of that back sign, but one side's red, and the other side is blue. Then we get to that first Joker here. It says Joker there in that small red custom font, and it says the smoke break. Then you got a Joker there on top of two barrels there with a little smoke in its hand there. And the second Joker is an identical Joker. It just says, oh, Spades 3 there. You'll get 3 of Spades, little reveal, kind of. And then you get that custom Ace of Spades here. A nice big spade there that you've seen on the front of the tuck box, just in a black and white colorway there. It says, got the bicycle logo above it there, and then it says the United States Playing Card Company, designed by Illusionist, and their logo down below. And then the rest of the spades are pretty standard there. This has that more distressed, kind of dirty kind of look to it there. And that goes throughout the rest of the spades here. You get the court cards, they're fully standard here. Just with that kind of more distressed, kind of like worn out look to it there. But everything else is similar. And the diamonds have that kind of distressed look. So I guess the rest of the deck, I'm going to say the distressed look. And it's pretty much as a standard deck other than that. All the diamonds are standard. The court cards are standard for the diamonds. Same as the clubs here, fully standard court cards. Just more of that kind of distressed, kind of like faded, dirty kind of look to it. And same as the rest of the clubs, standard clubs, just that kind of distressed look. And lastly, the hearts. Once again, that same kind of distressed look. It was like that kind of faded and kind of scratched out kind of style there. But now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. They are the United States Playing Card Company air cushion finish. So they will, so we all know that they're handled pretty nice. Well, first we'll start with their springs. And I definitely gotta say, it's definitely feels like some kind of crushed stock because they're definitely flexible. The cards have a good flex to it. Anyone can spring these straight out of the box, which is nice. They're almost a little bit too flexible, but still pretty nice springs though. Nice and smooth. Now onto the fans. And you can see, you can kind of see that like dirty kind of look to it. Instead of it being like a pure white, it has that more like dirty kind of brownish kind of tone to it. And same with the fronts there. But as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. No real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. And now for the Pharaoh. Pretty smooth Pharaoh there. Now for a giant fan of that back design. And now for the reverse Pharaoh. Reverse Pharaoh wasn't as bad. It wasn't that terrible. I definitely slightly had to push them together. But they still weave together nicely. Now for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Pretty nice riffle shuffles. No real issues there. Nice and smooth. Now for a few little packet cuts. Well, pretty smooth and nice feeling packet cuts. No issues there. Nice and pretty average though. Not too crazy. Might be a little slippery. Mostly when I do the worm though. So some of them just slipped out of my hands. So I'll pick those up. And now time for that one-handed cut or surely a cut. And now time for the dribble. If we have the more grip with the back design up, which still looks pretty smooth. And now for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, let's say a pretty decent deck from Ellusionist there. Definitely one of their more older style decks that they produce there. And it's that bicycle rider back design there with that kind of more dirty, kind of distressed kind of look there. There. Because you can definitely see like the little borders there and how it's kind of like not like pure white. There's more of a yellowed kind of like tone there for the main part with the kind of browner kind of edges there, and then the little distressed kind of marks there was kind of faded and stuff like that. So some people like it, some people will hate it. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's definitely not like I'm not gonna gravitate towards this as my favorite kind of decks ever. but I don't hate it. There. You see me using other decks more than these kind of like distressed. But I still kind of like the little design there. It's not bad. And the handle fantastic because they're that air cushion finish from the United States Playing Company. There. The cards are a little bit on the thinner side. So that's like the only big issue to note there. That they're on the thinner side. But other than that, they handle fantastic. And it's a decent design. Not like a design for everyone. Not everyone's going to like this kind of style. I don't hate it, but also it's not my favorite thing in the world. But I guess, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And this has been day 402 of a daily deck review. This has been the Red Bicycle Series 1900 playing cards. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.